John Candy, I Like Me. It's well worth your time. Hi, thank you for tuning in to the Tom Bottelsen Show. Yeah, today is a small review and a little talk about John Candy. The documentary I Like Me just dropped on Amazon, and I watched it while I'm on the road with A Beautiful Noise, the Neil Diamond musical. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. What a spectacular place. I went to Graceland, I had barbecue, I did everything I was supposed to do here. It's what a wonderful city to come visit, come see Memphis, my goodness. John Candy, actor, comedic actor, comedian, whatever you want to call him, just actor. He's a performance machine. He really is. He's just delightful to watch, and the world misses him. He is known for having a delightfully big heart, and this movie shows that a lot with interviews with other actors and friends and family and people that knew him and grew up with him and just people who know that man, knew him. His delightfully big heart. I think I saw him first in Stripes with Bill Murray. And then I saw him in reruns of SCTV, which I watched late night as a kid. I was, not old enough to watch those kinds of shows and didn't get it at first. Don't get that kind of comedy, but then grew to love it later on in life. His big heart. His big heart is never more evident than in the Holiday Now classic Trains, Planes, and Automobiles, where he acts opposite Steve Martin, playing two people who are just trying to get home for the holidays, and he plays Del Griffith. And Del is obnoxious and bigger than life, obnoxious and loud, and has a good heart. He's not mean-spirited, he's not mean. Del is, he's just a sweetheart of a guy who's just a little big and a little loud. And the big scene in that one is the famous scene where Steve Martin loses it. Steve Martin loses it and insults Del by saying all the things he doesn't like about him and just cuts him to the core. It's a terrible scene to have to sit through. And Del's response is this: "You want to hurt me? Go right ahead. If it makes you feel any better, I'm an easy target. Yeah, you're right. I talk too much. I also listen too much. I could be a cold-hearted cynic like you, but I don't want to hurt people's feelings. Well, think what you want about me. I'm not changing. I like me. My wife likes me. My customers like me, because I'm the real article. What you see is what you get." Del is all of those things, and so is John Candy. But one thing Del isn't in the movie is phony. He's exactly who he is, and that's why we endear to him, and that's why we love him. We love people like John Candy who play these performances. His performances were always a little over the top, but always genuine and rooted and believable. What you see is what you get. But I don't want you to think that his performances aren't nuanced. They're not one note. They are, what brings to mind, he has a bit role in National Lampoon's Vacation, the first one, with Chevy Chase. Chevy Chase and his family travel across the country in a car, and just everything falls to pieces on them and really does hit the fan. They're trying to reach Wally World, which is the amusement park that they've been dying to go to, and when they get there, it's closed. In the original copy, which I've not seen, I don't know if the footage still exists or not, they go to Roy Wally's house, the guy that owns Wally World, and Clark buys a gun, and a BB gun, and at BB gun point makes him dance for his family, and then the movie ends. They showed that to test audiences, and it did terrible. The movie's hilarious up until that point, and then it just ends like that. So they reshoot the ending, and they cast John Candy to play a security guard who goes by the name of Lasky in the credits. By the way, it's several months after wrapping of shooting, and Anthony Michael Hall goes through a growth spurt and enters puberty and grows 3 full inches, and it's noticeable in the scene, like how old he looks. Much older. It's something you don't notice until someone points it out. But John Candy's performance as this security guard is not 10 minutes long. It's not. But you know immediately some things about this character by his performance and by how he talks and how he acts and how he. You know that Lasky works hard. He's dependable. He's never late. He's always on time. He would never steal. He would never lie. And he's the kind of man, if he finds a wallet on the floor of a department store, he brings it to the lost and found. All in this performance of 10 minutes of this little character. You know this about this character by the way he portrays him. That is acting 101. I miss him as an actor and seeing him in bit parts and seeing him just bring life. And every time he comes on screen, you go, hey, look, oh, it's John Candy. Right on. And if you're going to watch John Candy movies, if you haven't seen it, the holidays are coming up. Yes, watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Absolutely. Also watch Uncle Buck, which is great. Watch Stripes, which is hilarious. And yeah, watch Splash with Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah, which I think was his quote-unquote breakout role. He's got several others. You can follow him on IMDb and see and watch John Candy. But this movie is a wonderful documentary of people talking to camera about what a wonderful person he is, and testimonials of his life and how he struggled, like the rest of us, with who you are as a person, how you fit in this world. It's well worth your time. I recommend it. It's on Prime right now. Catch it if you can. And that'll do it for my review of John Candy, I Like Me, the documentary. It's on Prime right now. Yes, I recommend it because I love John Candy. I loved him. I love seeing him on camera. They're redoing Spaceballs. They're doing a sequel to Spaceballs, and they're casting John Candy's son to play Barf, to play a Mog. I'm going to watch that. I'm going to miss him again, and I'll watch Spaceballs again just to see John Candy. Yeah, that's great. Still on tour with A Beautiful Noise. City's coming up. Get your tickets to see the Neil Diamond musical. It's fantastic. If you do, drop me a line. I might be on stage. I might not, because I'm one of the standbys, understudy to the main roles. So, but if you do, drop me a line. I'd love to come out and meet you, shake your hand, see what you're up to. And like and subscribe if you like this content, and drop that notification bell so you know when my stuff drops. It drops on Sunday. Yeah. Until I see you next time, as always, peace, love, live long and prosper. And I mean it.